An absent WWE star could be getting a new name and a gimmick change. Plus, a big title match has been added to WrestleMania 38, and a legendary tag team could be getting a Hall of Fame induction. It's all in the wrestling news right now. We haven't walked with Elias for a long time now. We keep hearing stories about how Elias has drifted from the conversation backstage. Thank you very much. Almost like a forgotten memory.
Yeah,
is Elias. We've had a little update from Fightful about where we're at with Elias, haven't we?
We have Fightful reporting that WWE apparently filmed some vignettes for Elias's return to Raw, but Fightful's source said it doesn't really mean anything until firm plans are set. Apparently a name change was also pitched, but nobody really knows what that was going to be.
So looking like we're going to be shaking off the entire walking guitar player type thing for Elias. I mean, that was something that we kind of hinted at when he was burying all his stuff back then.
I mean, I always looked at Elias as somebody who, at least not at this point, his gimmick didn't need to change, I don't think. I thought he was doing really well with his shtick, and it was doing really well.
I was getting some great reactions as a heel when he started his concert and everybody be quiet, but now apparently they didn't like it. They had to sacrifice him to Jackson Riker.
I mean, there was rumours, wasn't there, a little while ago of a rebrand which was almost Macho Man-esque.
Yes, because there was some images that got leaked of his model for WWE 2K22.
Okay.
Which is he in?
I don't know.
I don't even think he's in it now. I'm thinking about it. But he had it. But there were these images of him in Macho Man-esque colours, which suggested like a potential sort of Randy Savage type gimmick that was shot down. But apparently Elias looking to get a new name and a spruce up of his gimmick when he returns. In terms of when he returns, like again, multiple sources have said that he's just dropped off the conversation. He's not been let go. He's still in the company.
Because he didn't on camera. I don't remember him having any horrible matches or anything. He was pretty good, and his promo stuff was really good. So I don't know what he did wrong other than lose to Jackson Riker a lot of times. But that was in the script. That wasn't his fault. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happened.
We'll keep tabs on Elias. Interested to know what the general consensus is on Elias. Like I think there are worse people. I don't think he'll ever have like 5-star belters. But in terms of like a character and a persona.
Yeah. Well, I felt that he could raise his game sometimes. He had a really good match once with Rollins, and when he was in there with the right opponent, he could certainly put on a good match. He's not like an AJ Styles level super worker or anything, but I don't quite understand what they didn't see in him for his role on the show.
No, he was part of WrestleMania 36, the old pandemic one, wasn't he?
As a face, though, I didn't like him as a face.
No, weird choice to have him as a face. But speaking of WrestleMania, last night on Raw, Randy Orton and Riddle. Randy Orton and Riddle got challenged to a Raw Tag Team title match for WrestleMania by the Street Profits. Randy Orton said no, and then Riddle went, actually, we do need a match for WrestleMania. So, yes, we'll have it. Which is a fun way of booking this one.
Now, they've been doing things elsewhere, like in the women's tag title match for WrestleMania, for example, where more teams have been added after the initial match has apparently been set. I could see them doing that here, but on the other hand, that sounds like if he was given time, that could be a really, really good tag team match.
They could have some fun with that one. They've had good chemistry before.
Yes.
These four. So why not just let them four go at it? I don't think you need to add. I mean, what other teams could? I guess Alpha Academy.
Yeah,
put them in there.
Not Rollins and Owens because they've got. Owens has got Austin and Rollins is
the Dogs, Dirty Dogs.
The Dirty Dogs. Those Dirty Dogs.
Those dirty dogs.
I want them to win it all. I love the Dirty Dogs.
Dolph Ziggler having that Saturday match today and then running across Texas to get to it.
If anyone was going to do it, it would be Dolph.
Yeah, double Dolph.
Run straight into his opponent's finisher once he reaches it. And so we go.
So this is how WrestleMania is shaping up now. Night one, we'll see Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz and Logan Paul.
Do you know what, right? Logan Paul's obviously a controversial figure, has in the past given YouTubers a bad name and everything, has done a lot to try and rehab his image as well. But I was quite impressed with him in terms of his body language on the show. I think he gets it a little bit. I think he didn't rush. He obviously wasn't the cleanest in the ring, but I think that he was quite poised in there. He didn't panic like we see a lot of non-wrestlers do. So I think this could be all right, the Mysterios versus Miz and Logan.
I think there is some joy. I think they recognise the pop that Kevin Owens got giving Logan Paul a stunner last year.
Yeah.
If we have Logan Paul back as a baddie, Like the crowd will love watching him get beaten up.
He nearly took a 619 until he was saved by the Miz at the last second. So they're waiting to hit him at WrestleMania.
Do that at Mania. Yeah. Do that at Mania. Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin will take place at Mania. We've mentioned this a few times. People have been upset about this match, but I like but there is something to be said, and I preach this quite a bit. The fact that it's a match at WrestleMania that's got a long-term storyline attached to it. It isn't just a case of, I think we a lot of matches tend just to be for WrestleMania. Oh, it's now WrestleMania. Let's get a match for WrestleMania. This is our match for WrestleMania. Where this has actually been ticking along for a while.
At least this has been built up, yeah.
So there's a build up to the story. There'll be an execution at WrestleMania. I'm not mad about it. The SmackDown Tag Titles, the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Ooh.
Predicted that in October.
Did you?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
That's very well done.
Thank you very much. The KO show with Steve Austin. Apparently going to be on night 1.
Okay.
I thought they might put that on night 2.
Me too, but fair enough.
The SmackDown Women's title, Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, and the Raw Women's title, Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. I think that will those two matches will bookend night 1.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think they'd
other.
probably save Ronda for the end, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think they should have Becky versus Bianca at the end. But we'll see which way it goes.
Night 2, AJ Styles and Edge. Let them have a singles match. Keep it straightforward.
No stipulations?
No, I don't think you need a stip on it, in my opinion. The women's tag titles, Queen Zelina and Carmella versus Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Ripley and Morgan, just get onto the WrestleMania card quick. Jump on together.
Obviously, sorry, if Carmella and Queen Zelina... I'm too excited to report this. If Carmella and Queen Zelina win, then Carmella and Corey are going to do naughty things.
That's the thing, in it. If they do, they'll do a dirty kiss.
A dirty little celebration.
I see you doing a dirty kiss.
Oh, dear me. I seemed way too happy for the possibility of, guys, if Carmella and Zelina win...
I don't know whether you've heard, but they do that. They got that program now. I watched it the other day, and apparently, sometimes they do rude things.
What?
I know.
I thought they were just friends.
Boy and a girl doing rude things.
I thought they were just pals.
I know. When they go home together, like they'll have a shower together sometimes.
Get that cameraman out of here.
Yeah.
Once he leaves.
Water efficient.
Corey, you've dropped our bag of toys all over the place.
Oh no, we needed them for Lego later. Sami Zayn. Well, they got lots of toy worms. I don't get it. Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville going 1-on-1.
Yep. Do you think Johnny Knoxville's gonna take a sick bump at some point? Because it's Johnny Knoxville. So
he's gonna take all the sick bumps. Is Knoxville? Pat McAfee and Austin Theory, which is actually getting quite a lot of build at the moment.
Oh, you almost went Pat McAfee-esque when you were talking about, which is getting quite a lot of
Smackdown.
I'm looking forward to this because I remember. I mean, Pat McAfee was. I say surprisingly, he was a professional athlete, but surprisingly, really, really good.
He's really good.
Really good.
I like Pat McAfee. I've always liked Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I would listen to Pat McAfee talk about anything. Yeah. It doesn't have to be wrestling. He's got that passion that he infuses with everything he talks about.
He's passionate, upbeat, loud, and annoying. I don't know why I resonate so much. And of course, that main event for all the marbles, the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar versus the Universal Champion Roman Reigns will take place on night 2.
It's a big one.
Big, beefy boys batter each other. Yes. The Hall of Fame before that. We found out yesterday that Sharmell is going into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Being inducted by her husband, Booker T.
Yes, that's nice news. I can't think of anybody else, realistically, who...
Kurt Angle.
Well, no. Jenna Maraska, no.
Jenna Maraska, yes!
No, it obviously, Sharmell, in fact, I'm quite sad that whenever Sharmell's name comes up, often it's that horrible TNA match with Jenna Maraska, because
the weird Kurt Angle feud.
Or the weird Kurt Angle thing, because generally, when she was, and obviously she did other stuff beyond just being Booker T's manager, but when she was managing Booker T, she was very, very good at it.
Oh, excellent. Mm-hmm. She was very, very good. So that'd be a fun one to see. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, possible induction for a legendary tag team. Who are we talking about, Jack?
So Dave Meltzer's been saying that apparently WWE wants to put the Steiner brothers into the Hall of Fame as a tag team this year. Now, first of all, that might not sound surprising. You might be thinking, well, the Steiner brothers are a legendary tag team. They were great, of course. And both individual members, Scott and Rick, went on to do notable things themselves. But the surprising point, I think, is that Scott Steiner's had a famously strained relationship with WWE for many, many years now, and has often said things along the lines of, Well, things that would imply that he's not going back there, essentially. So apparently it all depends on whether or not Scott will agree. And then apparently if not, they'll just include Rick Steiner as a singles act, which is fine, but I'm just quite surprised because you think of sort of solo runs, you think of Scott as maybe the more notable of the two in WWE, certainly.
Yeah, I think it would be a strange look to not induct Scott as well, with just Rick Steiner. I think it would be too glaringly obvious that something was missing.
Yes, it would.
To induct just Rick Steiner and not Scott Steiner. And that's, as you say, it's not that Rick Steiner is without merit. And of course, it makes sense to induct the Steiners, Bron Breakker's first WrestleMania weekend. This is a good time to do it.
It's just that nothing's finer than Scotty Steiner.
Nice. I like that a lot. I think what they could do is, if Scott Steiner doesn't do it, just get Dave Meltzer and dye his hair bleach blonde.
Meltzer?
Because Meltzer and Steiner used to look like each other back in the day.
Oh, right, yes, they did with the perm. And,
There's a picture, there's lots of pictures of Dave Meltzer and Scott Steiner. They look very similar.
I thought you were going to say get Bron Breakker and just dye his hair blonde.
That'd be even funnier, actually.
But no, just standing there with the chainmail and the glasses with that on, you might not even be able to tell that it's not him.
Just have Rick playing both. So Rick goes, I'll go get Scotty.
Oh my
and he
God.
runs backstage, comes back on like Mrs. Doubtfire going between the two restaurants.
Now, that might sound ridiculous, but Vince McMahon would love that. He would absolutely love that.
Bones
it's
off
just
of that,
silly, isn't it? Yeah, he'd love it.
Keep an eye on that one.
It may happen, who knows?
It's going to happen. Predicting it now. Steiner's possibly in the Hall of Fame. We'll let you know more throughout the day on other wrestling news at cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.